Hey, loves. How are you? Me? I am actually pretty perfect. Pretty perfect. I thought maybe you would like to sit with me for a little while. Maybe go through my eyeshadow palettes. Let's see what I got. Dive right in. You want to know what I got? Kind of eye palettes? Then stick around. I'm in a funny mood today. I was just called out by a whole bunch of stands on another channel that I watch. People putting words in my mouth. And my last name is Brash. And you have to... I live up to my last name. I get gathered mouth syndrome quite often. And I say things that people don't like. I don't say things intentionally to hurt anybody's feelings because I know what that's like. But sometimes you say things that hurt people's feelings and it's unintentional. That's usually what happens with me, i.e. the gathered mouth syndrome. So sorry. Back to the swatches. So I've been keeping this green bucket for the new makeup that I've got. I swatched this one the other day, the iconic London palette. As you can hear, the damn plastic just dropped. But I like to keep all of my plastics and so everything stays safe. This palette I got from Hot Topic. There's my cat. And it came with this two-ended brush. Let's just swatch a couple of colors. This purple is called Spotlight. They feel very dry in the pan. This one's called Celebration. I got this one for New Year's Eve from Hot Topic. They feel dry, but they actually go on really well. That one was called Rose. This is called Kiss. A black one called 12 O'Clock. I have tattoos in a lot of places. I love color. I love makeup swatches. This one's kind of chalky. But it's very chalky. But it goes on still nicely. This one is called Countdown. That one feels very powdery, but it blends out beautifully. And it gets so much color with that. This one is called Tinsel Eve. Cheers. Now again, they feel very, very dry in the pan, but they go on so well for the price. Like, this was $10, and I think I got it on sale, and I paid maybe $5. So this last one is called Confetti. Look at the silver on that. Like, can you get a more blinding silver? And it just like spreads and blends so well. So that is from Hot Topic, and it is called Magic Spell. I won't swatch them all, I'll just swatch a couple of them. I'm going to get clean fingers because I'll probably go to a different one. This is from Butter London. It is Natural Goddess. I love this palette. It has 6 shades, 3 matte, 3 shimmers, and I think that out of all of them, this one here is my favorite. And it is called Femme Fatale. This one is called Enchantress. This one is Diva. This one is Star. This is a really nice green that matches my eye color right there. Queen. Right there. And the last one is called Enchantress. It's almost the same color as my skin. That one's hard to see with my light, but it's like a goldish color. This one is from Manicadar. Just a basic nude palette. This one is from Touch of Sol. And it's got the oranges, some nudes, some shimmers. Cat hair. You get your cat hair on everything, Mike. Everything. This one is from In Living Color. From Hank and Henry. I'm going to swatch a couple of these. There's no shade names. This blue is just to die for. It's like a nice royal blue. Kind of goes with my blue tattoo swatches. This is like a burgundy. Right there. I had a lady today tell me that how ugly I was, so it's very difficult to continue wanting to do, oh, look at that. Wanting to create these videos when people tell you that you're ugly. And some brown. I know I'm not ugly. And I would never want anybody to, I wouldn't want to make anybody feel ugly. I know, like, I can be a nasty bitch some days, and it, like, it's in there for me to be. This is Rose Gold from e.l.f. For a long time, from the town I live in, the only makeup that was available to us was CoverGirl, Maybelline, L'Oreal, and Revlon, I think. So our choices are not the greatest. This is from Color City, and it is a highlighting palette. I had to fix these two because I bought it at Winners. Very, very pigmented. But it was super easy to fix. Here is Rosé from the Color Workshop. See, like, these were what our options were. The Color Workshop is kind of like LA Girl. Like, it goes on, but if you're an MUA and you know your shit with makeup, there's no way that you're gonna want to use these because they're gonna be gone in a half an hour. Your color is just gonna be gone. So if you know anything about anything, you know that the Color Workshop is not. This is from Rimmel, and it is Magnifies Shadow. And again, it's Rimmel, but it's low end, chalky. Could be 10 years old for all I know. I know when people go in, like, they go in on the color. So that's got it's got some depth to it, that. Nice, and you can blend that out. Nothing wrong with that. Rimmel. I got it. Woo! For $1. This one is from NYX, and it goes like that, and you get a brush with it, a dual-ended brush that has your grandmother's tip on it. I hate those tips. It's like, kind of, if you don't know what you're doing, this is the tip that you want. A makeup artist knows that you need more than that kind of tip. Colors are chalky, barely there. Again, could be 10 years old. Color is definitely there, but it was chalky. This little baby one from Wet n Wild. This is usually what we get at our Rexall. A lot of like, this color felt so chalky in the pan, but at the same time, the color is there. The only bad thing about these is that, that's nice. I know that in 15 minutes, your color's going to be gone. There's going to be nothing left on your eye, and it's going to be, you're going to have nothing left other than a little bit of remnants of your eyeshadow that used to be there. So even though I like NYX, it still is not a long-lasting color. Looks good to start with, but don't last. I got this from my daughter for my birthday last year, and it is the Essence palette in Fire, because I am a Scorpio, and the colors are nice colors. They come up well on the finger, well on the skin. They perform well on the eye. And they last. This was a drugstore brand, $12 Canadian, and the color is definitely there. I've got this from Beauty Bakery. Proof is in the pudding. Lovely, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I love these neutral colors. If you can see, I have a pattern. I tend to go for neutral shades. I grew up here in this small town, and if I wore heavy makeup, people would usually tell me that I looked like a man in drag. So when you're a teenage girl trying to make an impression in the world, the last thing you want to be known for is being a transvestite. Bleep that out, Kathy. Is for being indifferent than the way you are. So that created a little bit of resentment on my half. And even though I take pride in being a tom girl, there's nothing wrong with being a tom girl, tomboy, however you say that. It still created like a festering thought in my head that I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not enough. And it took me into my 40s to convince myself that I am enough. And you out there who thinks you're not enough, you are enough. I promise you that. If you're 15 watching this, you shouldn't be. But if you are, you're enough. Just you. You're enough. Don't let anybody ever tell you you're not enough. I have this Zuvia palette, which is like mauvey taupes. And ever since I got this palette, this is my, I say a lot of my, they're all my favorites. I love how this performs though. I find that every color just complements each color so beautifully. And this shimmer, and it's picking up the shimmers in it. It feels dry, but it goes on silver. Like the way they go on, they just, the Zuvia palettes, if you can find them, get them, because they are very, very nice shadow. Performance-wise, endurance-wise, the Zuvia palettes takes the cake. And look at that. I don't know, I love a little holla. And there's a little holla. I like keeping my palettes in these sleeves just because it keeps them protected. If something ever were to happen, you know, maybe something gets spilt, it gets covered. This is the Teddy Boy palette. A lot of us just received this in our BoxyCharm base box. My fingerprints are in there, so you can see I've been in there a couple of times. Urban Decay, On the Run, with the pink. Ooh, this one, it's called Zone. Get into my zone. Urban Decay. Here's an Alamar blush trio.